Hello guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Faith. I'm a registered nurse, and on this channel I talk about general leveling up, especially in your career. And if you're a nurse planning to relocate to the US, this is the channel for you. So today guys, I want to talk to you once again about the Cgfns, because I get crazy questions a lot, and by crazy I mean a lot of questions from people wanting to know stuff about the Cgfns. And I know I did my Cgfns like years ago, but I had to go sit down and research again about Cgfns and how to create your account and all that, and so that I can come to deliver to you today. So if you've been asking me about Cgfns, if you are still struggling about Cgfns, stay tuned, because first we are going to create an account together, and then after that I'll be answering some of the most frequent questions that So guys, there are 6 steps that you must follow for you to receive a CES report. If you don't know what a CES report is, I'm gonna read it for you right now. If you see me looking down, it's because I've written a lot of things down so that I will not miss out anything. So the CES report it provides a detailed analysis of nursing education and credentials you've received outside the United States. That is what a CES report is. And the Cgfns is a body that enables you to get this CES report. It is a body that you'll send your credentials so that they evaluate it and then give you a CES report. So if you don't know what a Cgfns and CES report is, that is it. That report gives you a detailed analysis of your academic credentials, your nursing academic credentials. So for you to get a CES report, you need at least 6 steps. You need to finish these 6 steps so that you can receive a CES report. The first step, I'll categorize them, and then later I'll go into details with it. The first step is you create your Cgfns account. And the second step is you complete your personal profile on your Cgfns account that you've created. The third step is you purchase an order for the CES report. The fourth stage is you send your requirements. By the requirements I mean your documents that you're supposed to send to Cgfns for verification and evaluation. So you send them to Cgfns. And the fifth step is you also provide a proof that you attended a secondary school or high school education. The sixth and last step is you provide proof of English language efficiency or proficiency, whatever it is. So those are the steps that you're supposed to go through for you to get a CES report. And before you come for me, your English proficiency might come last. You might receive your CES report without your English proficiency. But later, when you need your visa screening certificate, you must produce your English proficiency if you are in a country that is not exempted to provide proof of English proficiency. So after saying that, let's go into details. So the first step is to create your Cgfns account. And for you to create a Cgfns account, you only need to go to Google. Everybody has access to Google. If you have a smartphone, if you have a laptop, if you have an iPad, a tablet, you can access a Google. So you go to Google and then you type in cgfns.org. That is the site that you will access for you to create your account. So after you've typed in cgfns.org, you will go to their site. When you go to their site, guys, don't be lazy of reading around. There's a lot of information that will save you headache that Cgfns has given for free to guide you, and also for you to familiarize yourself what Cgfns is. Please read through. There's a lot of information on their first page before you click on your apply button or sign in button. There is a lot of information, so I'll encourage you to take time and read through that information, and you'll be informed enough as you go further into the process. So after you've read around, you will find an apply button on that site. The very first page that you will find when you open the cgfns.org, there is an apply button. So after you've clicked on that apply button, you will see a pop-up that will tell you to continue to the Cgfns portal. So after you've seen that, you'll click on that, and then you will create an account because you are a new person. You are not signing in, you don't have an account. You will create an account. So after you've clicked on create an account, they will ask you for your email. And for this, don't provide an email that is just that you don't use. Provide a legitimate email that you usually use, and it is not those funny emails like daddy's son or daddy's daughter .email, whatever. So you provide your email. After you've provided your email, they'll tell you to confirm your email. You retype the same email. After you retype the same email, they will tell you that a link has been sent to your email so that they can confirm that you are the one using the Cgfns portal. So you'll go to your email and you'll get a code there and a link. So write down that code. After you've written down the code, click on that link. It will take you back to Cgfns, and then now ask you to re-enter that email. After you've re-entered they will ask you first for the code. Then you'll put in the code. After you put in the code, they'll tell you now to re-enter the email. So you'll re-enter the email, and they'll tell you to create a strong password. Just follow the instructions of what kind of password they want you to create. So you'll create your password. After you've created your password, now you'll go to the page that will ask you for some security questions. As you go through those security questions and you answer them, make sure you note them down, because every other day that you come back to log into your Cgfns portal, it will always be asking you for those security questions. So just take note of that. So answer those questions the way, however you like. They're just for security purposes. Give answers that you'll remember or write them down. So after you've answered the security questions, is now when they will take you now to your Cgfns profile. You've just created your account. After you've created your account, there is that site, a place they will ask for you for a photo. They have specifications for the photo, so you just click on upload photo and they will give you the specification. If you can't take the photo yourself, go to whatever photographer that can take the right photo size for you and put it there. And remember, you can log in and log out, because right now you've set up your account. So you take the photo, put it there, and also now you have your account, and now you can navigate around. Okay, so now we'll go to the second step. Second step, guys, is to complete your personal profile. Now you've created your account, you have your profile. You'll go to my profile. up there on the, you'll log on to your Cgfns first. If you had logged out, you log on to your Cgfns Connect portal account and then select my profile. My profile is just up there on the dashboard. So you'll click on my profile on the top menu, and then you provide your personal, academic, and professional information. I may not be able to show it on the screen, but you understand what I'm saying. You'll just see my profile up there. You know your academic history, you know your professional history, all that. Fill in correctly before you submit. So when you are giving this academic or professional whatever information, they still tell you can log out. If you are not sure, go confirm and come back later and finish, because you are just creating your profile. And this profile will help Cgfns to know exactly what service you want, and now they'll make that available for you for your purchase. So after you finish all your personal profile, we go to the third stage. Third stage, guys, is to purchase an order for the CES professional report service. Now for our case, we are doing the CES. That's why I'm telling you, when you go to Cgfns, look around. Cgfns does not just evaluate credentials just for professional purposes, but they have also other services. But in our case, we are doing the CES report. Now you purchase an order for the CES professional service report. And to begin this one I'll read because I've written it down. To begin your application for CES professional report, you will need to place an order in your shopping cart and purchase it. The shopping cart is just above on the top menu, the dashboard at the top. You will see the shopping cart and you'll click on the shopping cart. So select the CES professional report in the shopping cart. Enter the information about the purpose of the report as well as the recipient. Okay, then upon checkout, add your credit card payments information and complete the order. As you are doing this, you just follow the prompts as they come. Then navigate to the dashboard where you will see your purchase, CES professional report application, and enter your application by selecting the program's name. Here you will see your order requirement and have access to forms that you must send to your primary source institution for completion. Note that the primary source institutions are required to send all forms and documents directly to the Cgfns. So after you've paid, you'll be able to access whatever the documents that the requirements that they want, and this you'll be able to download those forms and send it directly to your schools. If it is School of Nursing, if it's the university, if it's the college that you attend to, those forms are sent directly to those colleges or universities so that they will fill and directly ship them to Cgfns. And you should never send them yourself. Your transcript will be prepared by your college and send it direct to Cgfns. Whatever the requirements in that form, they will be sent direct from the School of Nursing. Others, there is a form also for your nursing council in your country. They will send them. You just ship the forms there and they will send them direct to Cgfns. Cgfns does not take any documents from the individual applicant. So just take note of that. And as you are sending these documents, if you don't speak English or if these documents are not written in English, they must be accompanied by a translation. Okay, so just take note of that. Now we are going to the fourth step. The fourth step now is to send required forms to academic professional authorities. Okay, Send the required forms to academic professional authorities. I've already talked about this. And after purchasing your CES professional report, you'll receive an access to forms that must be sent and be filled out by your academic and professional authorities. These forms request primary source of information regarding your higher or tertiary education, license stroke registration to practice nursing. So your college will send its own transcript, your nursing council will send your license and whatever certificate that you have direct to Cgfns. So to do this, download and print the forms from Cgfns applicant portal. Access the form by selecting your CES academic report order from your dashboard and navigating to requirements section. Take note of that, okay? Because a lot of people ask me, where do I get these forms? I've already paid. From the Cgfns portal, this is what they say. Download and print the forms from the Cgfns applicant portal. Access the forms by selecting the CES academic report order from your dashboard and navigating to the requirements section. Send each form to the corresponding academic or professional authority. The officials at each academic or professional authority who is authorized to provide the requested information should complete the forms and send them directly to Cgfns via mail, courier, or electronically, along with any additional documents requested that supplement the forms. And note, this is from Cgfns. Cgfns will not accept any forms or documents if they are sent from any other source that is designated that the designated officials at the academic or professional authority. That is other than. So don't send your Cgfns yourself. Okay, it should be sent directly from the institutions that. So about also your academic credentials, you should also be including your, if you did any associate degree, if you did any specialization, and yeah, things like that. Make sure that you include your entry level in education information. Like if you did your diploma and then you went to do your degree and did your masters, all those forms should be sent to the different relevant institutions so that all that information will be relayed to Cgfns. So just take note of that. If you did several degrees, any specialization, wherever you did your specialization should send your transcript to Cgfns. Wherever you did your entry level education into nursing should send you the information to Cgfns. So just take note of that as we go to stage 5. Stage 5 is to submit proof of higher secondary education. That is a little bit easy. Mostly Cgfns accepts a scanned copy of your high school certificate. You just scan the certificate. Let me read something here. You must submit a secondary school diploma or external exam certificate showing your highest level of secondary education you have received. Secondary schools, high schools are schools attended between elementary, that's primary, and university, in between. So if you are in Kenya, that is high school. That is high school. So if you are in Kenya, it is high school. So you can scan it, and you see on your dashboard there is the My Messages there. So you click on that My Message and you click on Contact Us, same on that portal. Then after that, after you've clicked there, you will be able to fill in the required information and also attach that certificate. Just explain to them that this is my high school certificate and attach it there. There is a box for explaining what you are sending them. So you'll just write there, this is my high school certificate, and then submit it. That's a little bit easier. You don't need to go to your high school to get another certificate. Yeah, so we go to stage 6. Stage 6 is the last stage for you to receive your CES report, to submit proof of English language proficiency. Now this stage you might need to, if you see a lot of people, they don't take their English exams before their Nclex. So most of the time this information will not be there. When you go to your profile and they ask you if you have taken your English exam, the IELTS or the TOEFL, just say no, it's okay, because at some point when you will be, they'll keep that waiting. But by the time you are doing your visa screening certificate, when you want to get that, for your immigration purposes, you must give your scores, your English exam scores. So you really don't need this upfront, because I think Cgfns also understands that this exam expires after 2 years. So if something happens between that time and things got delayed, the exam might expire on you, and that will be another cost being incurred. So most of the time you'll not need to include this, but later you must include it for your immigration purposes. So I have done a video on how to add your IELTS results on Cgfns. I'll link it in the bio, and you will be able to see it if you want to add your IELTS later on your Cgfns portal. So those are the very 6 steps that you must go through for you to get your CES report. Now after you've sent all these documents, now you need to keep checking your portal and make sure that they are updating that they have received these documents, and now they are pushing them to be reviewed. So don't just send the forms to your school and you leave it at that and just think that Cgfns will just process it and they will notify you when it is ready. Keep checking your portal. Make sure that they have received all your documents. Make sure that not any of your documents is rejected, because you might be sitting comfortably thinking that you submitted all your documents and maybe some were submitted wrongly, and Cgfns wants you to resend another, maybe some more information, or resend it the right way. So just keep checking your Cgfns portal, making sure that it is well received, and now they are pushing it to be reviewed. So yeah, those are the 6 steps that you want to go through before you get your CES report. So now next I want to tackle a little bit of some of the questions that I keep getting in my inbox about Cgfns. So let's get into the questions. The first questions, the most asked question is, how long does the Cgfns take to give you a report? Now, Cgfns giving you a report depends on so many things, several things, not so many. The first thing that it depends on is if you expedited your report. That is, if you paid extra money for expedition of your report. Now, if you didn't pay, I think the expedition is, yes, I think the expedition is around $250. I'll put it on the screen. If you pay that money, I think they should be able to give you a report within 10 working days. So just take note of that. If you didn't pay your expedition fee, they usually say, actually I've never seen the accurate time frame that they will give you this report, because it depends on if your academic credentials were sent the right way, if there is anything they are waiting and you don't know. It depends on the complexity of your process, because some people may be sending the documents at different times, and it takes longer periods for different documents to come from different institutions. That will affect your waiting time. And generally, just the waiting time of Cgfns, there are a lot of people who are applying for the CES report. So what I'll advise you guys is, if you don't pay your expedition fee, just keep checking on Cgfns. Keep checking your portal, making sure that everything was well received. And then after that, keep checking on them. You can even be calling them once in a while to ask them how your case is going. Now, when you call them, I think they know that there is someone monitoring this account, and this account has stayed this long and they have not received their report. So don't be tired of calling the Cgfns. They have their contact. I'll display them on the screen. They have their contact. Call them, ask them questions. Don't just sit in darkness and keep wondering, how long will my report take so that it can come. So just take note of that. I don't have a definite answer on how long your report will take to come out. Mine took 5 months, and there was a complication that I didn't realize earlier, so I had to sort that out for my file to move forward. So just take note of that. Don't just keep waiting in darkness. So a lot of people have seen it comes way earlier, so it is just individual. Another question that I received from someone was, does the Cgfns expire? And my answer to this is, if it's the report, it does not expire, but when you open your account and you purchase a service and you take so long not to send all the documents, if it passed 1 year and the Cgfns has not received all your documents for evaluation, and the evaluation has not been done, that one will expire, and you'll have to pay some more money for them to keep your account active, and you resend all the documents that they are waiting for you. But if you have already submitted all the documents and you are waiting for your report, that should not expire. So when you start the process, just make sure you send your documents early enough so that 1 year doesn't go by and you have not submitted all the documents to Cgfns, which rarely happens. I've never actually met someone who has gone through that. So yeah. Another question that I got was how to contact Cgfns. I've done a video on that. You'll see it in the description box. Just make sure you go through the description box. There's a video on how to contact Cgfns, but apart from that, I'll just put on the screen their contact, and you can also go to my messages on the screen on the dashboard at the top corner and click on contact us, and you'll fill in all your details and write the information that you want to send to Cgfns. Just make sure that you don't do it severally. Just do it once for Cgfns to respond faster. Don't do it twice or thrice or whatever. Just do it once and submit and wait for the response from Cgfns. The other question that I received was, how much does Cgfns do you need to pay for CES report? I'll put the price on the screen. Yeah, that is directly from Cgfns as per right now. The question was how to create a Cgfns account. I think we've just gone through that. Another question was where to download forms. I think I've already talked to you about that in this video. Another question was where to send my documents. I've already tackled that. Don't handle your documents by yourself. Let the relevant institutions send directly from those institutions to Cgfns. Yeah, I think those are the questions that I have mostly seen in my inbox, and I answer one person and the next person send the same question, so I just decided to include them in this video. I hope this video was helpful to someone who wants to create the Cgfns account, and any person who has started the Cgfns process in this a little bit stuck. What I'll want to encourage you guys is just the Cgfns portal itself, its site, the website of Cgfns, cgfns.org, has a lot of information. You don't need to struggle so much. There's a lot of information on Cgfns portal. You can also contact Cgfns on the ways that I've shown you. Don't struggle alone and be frustrated. Just don't be lazy to read around, and also to call Cgfns or to email them, to text them from their portal. The thing is, you can never access Cgfns email. Even the email that come, it usually do not reply. So it is usually they do not reply email. You can't reply it back. So I've already talked about two ways of contacting Cgfns, which are the major ways. So don't be lazy, read around, and you'll be fine with Cgfns. It's not that complicated. Yeah. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming back this week, and thank you for continuing subscribing and for your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, if you are just new here, make sure you don't leave without subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.